Welcome back. Now we'll start a new inning today, so called as second inning. Here, what we are going to discuss is something related to grammar part. I will slowly unfold some so called as secrets, or you can say, or a so called as some fundamentals related to grammar. That is, in every topic, I will be releasing one thing, or maybe even more, depending on the topic. So today I am going to take a topic which is related to something that you use in everyday's life. Now, suppose your father has given you some task. That is, he has told you, suppose ke clean this house and then only you go out. Okay, but fortunately or unfortunately, it was the birthday of your friend that day. So you tried to wind up the work, but you were not able to. So somehow you did it half or so, 3/4 or so, and you went for birthday party. Now the problem arised with you is what? Okay, it is now late night and you are going to reach home. Now when you will face your father, you are not sure about his reaction. Is he going to scold you? Is he going to punish you? Nothing is known. So what you do is, you take one of your friend with you. Right. The moment you enter in your house or your home, you see your father. And before your father asks you anything, you start saying immediately ki that particular, say for example, A had some urgent work related to studies, and I was doing my cleaning work, but he called urgently that he was stuck in particular studies work, so I went over there. And when you say this, you say that you were called by him related to study and you wanted your friend to confirm that thing. So you, in front of your father, you turn to him and you say, Sahi hai na? Is it true or not? Means you expect what? Is it true? Is it true? So you expect the answer from him that it should be yes. Yes, your son is saying truth. That is, when you emphasize, when you use a particular sentence and to confirm that action, you ask a short question which is confirming that action according to you. That short confirmatory question is called as tag, T-A-G, that is question tag. So we'll see today what is question tag. Question tag is, I can say like this, short confirmatory question. So if it is short, that means it should have its own structure, right? So question tag are of two types. One is positive and one is negative. So it depends on the sentence. So structure of assertive sentence or affirmative, you can say, affirmative. Affirmative sentence is the sentence which is positive sentence. I like tea, that is positive sentence, affirmative sentence. I don't like tea is a negative sentence which talks about negation, not doing particular action. So that is negative sentence. So if you talk about affirmative sentence, then the structure is very simple. It is sentence That is, we speak a sentence followed by comma. Then you use auxiliary verb or helping verb, auxiliary verb, and I will write something over here which I am going to tell you today. That is NPT. What is that NPT? The sentence is affirmative. So you write a sentence or you speak a sentence. I don't say write, you speak a sentence. I love cake, or say called as Raj is my friend. Okay, if I say like this is affirmative sentence, Raj is my friend. Then you will take auxiliary verb, bracket I have written NPT, then a negative word indicating negative word, that is not, and the subject in its pronoun form. Now it seems to be very dangerous by looking at this, but once I will use it, now you will come to know how easy it is. If affirmative sentence is there, the question tag is always negative. But if you have negative sentence, then same thing happens, that is sentence followed by auxiliary verb, but the question tag is positive. Auxiliary verb with NPT and same subject in its pronoun form. But if the sentence is neither so called as assertive, that is simple sentence or negative sentence, but it is so called as imperative sentence, order, request, suggestions, if such sentence is there, then what to do? That is, if you say imperative, then the rule for positive negative remains the same. The sentence comes followed by auxiliary verb which is not obeying the rule which will be stated for affirmative or negative. That is, if I say please come inside, so it is a request. Okay, so it is a request. So auxiliary verb also will be used indicating the mood of that particular sentence. You might have studied about the mood. So it must go according to mood of the sentence. Please come inside. This is request. So you will not be using here am, is, are, was, were, do, does, did, have, has, had, no. You will be using the auxiliary verbs showing future or the mood. That is, if I say here, please come inside, then you need to take the confirmation of that person in a soft manner. So we give that particular liberty to that particular person. He has the right to either come or may not come. So the auxiliary verb which you use here will be according to the mood. I will say here mood, and I am not writing about so called as negative and positive, that you can understand, and the subject in obviously in pronoun form. That same example I will take, but I will not tell you the answer right now. So now let me go to one sentence. Suppose the first sentence which I am taking, let it be a very simple sentence. say mother has made tea. Okay, this is the sentence. The very first thing what you will do is you will analyze the sentence. Right? Analyze it. Means I will read it pehle, understand the type of sentence. Mother has made tea. Obviously we will say yes she has made or she has not made. Barabar. That means it is a very simple assertion. Now we have to see whether it is so called as positive sentence or negative sentence. Mother has made tea, so it is not talking about any negation over here. So obviously it is positive. So you will have question tag negative. Your field is ready now. The sentence is affirmative, assertive and a positive sentence. So obviously the question tag will be negative. Now I will talk about auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is nothing but the verb that helps to understand the tense. Okay. So here the tense is understood. We'll go with that particular topic of auxiliary verb also later on. That is, I will be uploading that also. So auxiliary verb here is your has. So I am underlining it. So has is your auxiliary verb which is already present. Now when you use a question tag, so you need to have a sentence completely again. So you will write mother has made tea. Then as per the system of writing, comma. Okay. Now auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb over here is has. Right? Now after that I have written NPT. Now what is NPT? N stands for number. Number of subject. That is type of noun. So here the subject is mother, which is singular. So number you have to say whether it is singular or plural. So you say it is singular. And person. Person. Person means is it a first person or second person or third person? Right? Now mother has made tea. Okay. Can you guess what person it is? No. I will tell you that thing also over here. Okay. Now you have already studied. Okay. In your lower standard. First person, second person and third person. The teachers told you that the first person is the one who speaks. Okay. Now let us go to this example what we are having right now. Who is speaking? I am speaking. That is Samir sir is speaking. So Samir sir is the first person. Speaking with whom? You all people. So you are the second person. And I am speaking about what? I am speaking about English grammar. So English grammar is your third person. So if you analyze this sentence over here, mother has made tea. So you can imagine the situation. There are two persons. One person is telling to second person. कि mother has made tea. So second person is listening. Right? First person is speaking. Second is listening and talking about mother. So mother is your third person. So here person, I think so now you understood very nicely what is person. You will not make mistake in this. So person is third and tense. Tense though will not go in the deeper part. We will just only analyze it is present, past or future. So has indicates present. Okay. So you will take an auxiliary verb which will agree to number also, person also and tense. This is called as agreement of verb. Verb must agree to all these cases. Okay. तो has dash has, three forms, right? The first form is have, has, had. Agreed? Have, has, had. Had is past. It is used for first, second and third, all. Only have and has the liberty. Okay? Have used for first and second person and third person plural. And has is used for he, she, it. That means singular third person. Mother is singular. So here has only will come. So now I will go and I will start now. Sentence I have written. Now I will write the auxiliary verb which is already agreeing to all these things. So has, and the sentence is positive. So not, and then the subject. Subject means about whom you are talking. You are talking about mother. Agreed? Now since you are talking about mother, so you can write here hasn't mother, but we don't write the subject, we write the pronoun form of it. The pronoun form of mother, mother being a feminine gender, has singular pronoun as she, and then the question mark. Okay, this is your so called as question tag for a assertive sentence. Okay, now let us go to negative sentence. Now I have written a sentence, you aren't going to picnic. Okay, someone read it as end also. So you aren't going to picnic. Actually for picnic should be there. So we will make the change actually for picnic. You aren't going for picnic. Okay. Now this is very clear cut. A negative sentence. So called as question tag will be obviously positive. So I will write the sentence and then I will analyze. That is the first step. You aren't going for picnic. Agreed? Then the comma. Then I should have an auxiliary verb which agrees to NPT, that is number, you. Now you is undefined. It can be singular also or plural also. But here it is indicative that it is singular. A second person, right? And the tense is are. Are means present. I am not talking about the complete bifurcation, whether it is simple present or present continuous or so called as present perfect or present perfect continuous. I am just talking about the tense. Normal tense is present. Okay. So I will take an auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb over here is are. So it agrees to the subject. Agreed? It is agreed to subject in number, person and tense form. So you aren't going for picnic. So obviously this will be a positive question tag. So it will be are, right? And the subject over here is you, right? The subject over here is you. Now if the subject is you over here, that means it is not indicative. So you ka pronoun form also remains you, because you are not very sure whether you are talking about a person who is male, female or what. Okay. So you aren't going for a picnic, are you, and then the question mark. Okay. Sometimes na, in rare cases you have subject positional, that is place wise, like word like there, THERE, that is positional. That is positional noun it is, that is place wala noun. So that time this particular pronoun form of it will not be used. Okay. Now let us go to some which I feel I must take. Let me take one simple example over here. Some people like like the way scholars speak. Okay, the sentence, purposely I wrote little bit big sentence. Some people like the way scholars speak. Now what I am doing is, I am not going to write the sentence again. It is understood now. So I am not going to write it again. I will analyze it here only. First of all, about whom are we talking? We are talking about people. Lekin all people? No. We are talking only about some people. Okay. The sentence is affirmative. The question tag obviously will be negative. Agreed? The question tag will be negative. That is very, very, very sure. Now I will go to the auxiliary verb which I require. Now if I see here, some people, this is the subject and like is the verb. That means auxiliary verb is not present. So in case of assertive sentence, if auxiliary verb is not present, then the auxiliary verb will be of do form, D-O, do. There will be three auxiliary verbs which can appear over here. That is do, does and did. Are you able to see? If not, then I have spoken already. Do, does and did. Out of that, did is past, means obviously it will be applicable for first, second and third person. Do and does indicate present, so they will be applicable only for certain cases. I will say where does applies, so rest everywhere do applies. Does applies for singular, third person, he, she, it. Okay, rest everywhere do. Okay, so now I will analyze. Some people means number is plural, right? Number is plural, it is third person and tense, like indicates present. So the selection will be from do and does, right? It is third person but plural, so that is why do will come. Getting it? So I will get here comma, auxiliary verb, do and not, don't, and somebody means more than one. So pronoun form for that will be they and question mark. Okay? Interesting? Yes. And see, grammar when you solve, you should not think it as something that you have to study. You have to think it as a language. It requires practice and it has same mathematical relations. If you know the format, you will be able to solve everything. It is not like our local language. See, our mother tongue we speak fluently and correctly, because that is our mother tongue which we speak continuously. These are foreign languages. So they have made their own format. It is not that this is only the thing which should happen. The people who invented language, they made this format. And we are going to study according to that format. Getting it? So understood the use of do, does and did. Got it? Now let us go to some other example which I already spoke. I think so I said what? Please come in. Correct, na? I think so it was this only. Please come in. Right? So I will put a question mark because I am going to write there only. Please come in. This is a request I said. Right? This is a request, but you can see that sentence is so called as affirmative or assertive sentence. Agreed? It is an assertive sentence, but auxiliary verb work will not work over here. It depends on the mood. The mood over here is request, right? Request is there, so you have to use the auxiliary verb which will indicate the request, right? That is, please goes very well with will, shall. Please come in. So if I read the sentence properly with the hidden subject, so it says, you please come in. That is, there is a second person over there. So that is your subject. So you have to introduce that subject with so called as will or won't. That is will or won't. So won't you, negative it is because the sentence is positive and the question mark. Okay? Got it? Understood? Now let us go to some other examples. Now I have written a sentence over here which does not follow the norms, which are, or the, this is an exception, you can say so. It is a simple so called as assertive sentence. Actually you can see, you have veg on Thursday. So it is obviously so called as assertive sentence with positive nature. So question tag obviously will be negative, and it has so called as auxiliary verb also have, which is agreeing to number, person, tense, everything. Still you will not have so called as question tag with have. Because here the confirmatory question is there. If you use here have, so indicates that the process has already taken place. You are getting it confirmed. So here you will be using do form. That is, you have veg on Thursday. Have. So do will come because it is you. So it is don't you. Okay. So you can do this very nicely. You can take number of examples. You take your book, find every sentence, to every sentence you can add question tag. Select any language book, any novel, any story book, pick up, add question tag, pick up, add question tag. It will give you a good practice. I have just tried to take examples from each type. Still, you can move with further questions. I hope you enjoyed session with Samir sir from SMG Group Tuitions, and hope I tried to enlighten your minds. We'll come up with new concepts and new energy. Till lockdown, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you.